Today I will go through how to use resistance band for progressive overload and learning the skills. The skills we'll be talking about is push-ups, it's pull-ups, and it's going to be dips. And it doesn't matter which level you are, maybe you already have achieved the skill, or maybe you're not able to do it yet. I will go through how to use the bands in order to make you stronger so you eventually can do it without any assistance. But if you already can do the skill, I will also teach you how to use the bands to make the exercise harder so you can still progress, add progressive overload and making you stronger. Let's start off with how we use them for the normal push-ups. For the push-ups, we need to have something to fasten the band in, whether it's a bar, a ring setup, or it doesn't really matter. As long as it's above us, it's going to be great. I like to just throw it over and then pull the band through itself. So we have this one. It's solid up there and it's easy to enter. And you may ask yourself, which band should you take in the beginning? Because we have no idea how strong we are. So what I recommend you to do is to take a band you think you can perform about 6 to 8 repetitions with. You do one set, try it out, and if you're able to do less than that, it means that it's too heavy and we need a thicker resistance band. But if you can do more than 12 to 14 repetitions, it means that it's too easy and then you need to take a lighter band. So choose a band where you can do approximately 6 to 8 reps, and at that point you know that this is your starting point. After we found the band that's suitable for us, it's time for the repetitions. So we will take the band right on the hips and then try to have the hips straight under the bar. So I don't want to do my push-ups here because then the band will be helping backwards. And I also don't want to be doing my push-ups here. So the hips under the bar. And then from here, we will do our assisted repetitions. We're going to work with this band until we can do about 12 to 14 reps. At that point, it's time to take a lighter band. Now with a lighter band, I won't be able to do as many reps, but that's the whole point. I want to work myself up until I can do 12 to 14 reps with this band again, and then repeat. Preferably adding 1 or 2 reps every week. And eventually you will be able to do it without any assistance. But that's no fun. We want to make it a bit harder as well so we can increase in strength and not only in our endurance. So how do we do that? When we can do more than 12 reps with our own body weight, it's time to add some resistance. And we can use the bands for this as well. What we do is we bring them inside the hands, over the back, on the scapulas, and then entering the push-up position. And from here, we're able to do our repetitions. But it's going to be slightly harder. So now we're starting off with the lightest band, and when we can do about 12 to 14 reps, it's time to take a thicker one. The reason we always want to take thicker and thicker bands is to constantly have progressive overload and guaranteeing that our muscles are getting stronger. Now you have all the knowledge of how to use the resistance bands in your push-ups, but how do we do it with the pull-ups? For the pull-ups, we need a straight bar and preferably something to stand on. And the reason is because it's going to be way easier to then enter and put on the band. We fasten it the same way as the push-ups, so it goes through itself, and this is going nowhere. And the same concept applies here when it comes to finding the right band. If you have no clue which band you're going to use, just take one band and try one set. The goal is to be able to do about 6 to 8 reps. So if the band is helping too much and you can't do more than 12, 14 reps, you know that you need to take a lighter band for the next set. Or if you can't even do 6 repetitions, you know that you're getting too little help and you need a thicker band. So try it out and find the band that suits you the best. The goal will now be to increase our repetitions with this band up until we can do about 12 to 14. At that point, we will take a lighter band, reducing our reps, coming down to probably about 6 to 8 again. Then we'll increase our reps, preferably increasing with 1 or 2 repetitions per week until we can do more than 12 reps again. And you repeat until you can do it without any resistance band. And if you feel like you're struggling in the top position and you can't get the shin over, it's because the band is helping less and less the higher up we go. One way we can fix this is by doing an extra loop around the bar with the band, which guarantees us that the band is getting stretched even at the top position. When you can do more than 12 reps with your own body weight, it's time to add some extra resistance because you're more trained towards endurance than pure strength. We can do this in a few ways, and for this one the band is a bit complicated. Therefore, I prefer using a dip belt or a weight vest as resistance. The weight vest is great in the beginning because we can have pretty low weights, and the dip belt is going to be even better long term because this one can hold a lot of kilograms. And with them you can progress, add more and more kilograms throughout the weeks, increasing intensity, keeping the reps around 10 to 12, but you're getting way stronger over time. I also have a full pull-up program that of course involves a lot of pull-ups with resistance band, but there's a lot of other exercises we can add as well to progress even faster. So if you really want to learn the pull-up, I got it in video format, super easy to follow, so you actually learn it as fast as possible. Now that you're experts when it comes to push-ups and pull-ups, let's move on to the dips so we know how to use the resistance band in an efficient way there as well, and incorporate progressive overload so we make them gains. For the dips, we need a set of parallels or 2 parallel bars. You also have these ones where they are slightly bent and they are fastened on poles and stuff like that. Anything where you can perform the dips on is going to be fine. The way we fasten the resistance band in this case is going to be to go around one side, you choose which one, pull it through yourself, so it's fastened there, and then on the other side we're going to hold it with the hands. And here we have some adjustments, because we can choose to have it pretty low on tension. That's going to make it slightly easier to enter. And all of these ones is up to you as long as you do the same all your sessions. So if I do it like this, I want to make sure that the tension on the band is the same throughout all my training sessions, because if I start changing it, it's going to depend, or it's going to change the outcome of my sets. So as long as I keep it the same, it's fine. At that point we can choose what's comfortable. So this height is pretty easy for me to enter, and therefore this is what I'm going to stick to. At this point you should know this pretty well, but take a band that allows you to do about 6 to 8 repetitions. And of course, in the beginning we don't know how many reps to do, so just take a band and then adjust if it's too easy or too hard. I will work with the same band until I can do more than 12 repetitions. And the same case is going to be here. See if we can add 1 or 2 repetitions per week. I will then switch to a lighter band and then work myself up until I can do 12 reps or more with this band as well. I will repeat until I'm finally able to do it without any assistance. When you can do 12 bodyweight dips, it is time to make the exercise slightly harder. Just as for the pull-ups, we can use a dip belt or a weight vest, but we can also use the resistance band in this case. Just as for the push-ups, we will hold the band in between the hands, put it over our neck this time, grab the bar with the band in between and enter the dip position. From here, go down and getting the resistance from the resistance band. Here we're starting off with the lightest band, increasing our reps until we can do 12 repetitions, and then take a thicker band and increase those reps. Eventually you'll be doing dips with the thickest band, keeping the repetitions pretty low and continue to progress within strength. I'll leave a link to the resistance bands that I use so you can easily find them and then apply everything that you learned today into your own training. I hope you found this video useful, and please comment down below if there's a certain thing you want me to bring up, go through, or just give tips about a certain skill. Comment down below and that might be in the next video. Until next time. Choo-choo!